Definitely, y'all can hear me if I start. I'm probably gonna start hearing a little bit. I got two phones. One need to charge eight. Let's start it. Let's start it. Why not? Let's just start it. You know what I'm saying? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy TKD123 here, back again with a special cross circle episode 50. The big 50. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening, lovelies? How you doing? Hope everyone's having a great day. I just returned from class. That's always nice. You know, gotta get the gotta get the education going. Just gonna let some people roll in. And of course, I'm sharing the stream first few minutes, so bear with me in the appropriate places that the stream must be shared with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But hope everyone's having a great day. I had a pretty good weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all did as well. Let me know how your weekend went. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. And I'm checking and making sure we're doing okay in terms of the stream quality. I think it's going good right now. I think we're okay right now. I think we're good. So far, I think we're good. Looks like there's not that many errors as of right now, so we should be okay. But should be okay. Just sharing the stream in the first few minutes, but I think I'm not sure how. So obviously, this topic is going over, of course, Batman, right? I recently played through all of the Batmans, and I'm a little bit. I tell you, I'm a little bit interested to see how my stuff reacts to everyone else. Like I'm very very curious. You know what I'm saying? I'm very curious as to how it'll all pan out. You know what I'm saying? Also, why isn't this? This is a we're live, but we're not live. Very odd. Huh. Very, very interesting. Does not go live unless the countdown goes down? Is that the thing? Is is that it? Can no one hear me? Oh no, okay, people can hear me. Okay. We got Batman Beyond, we got Kevin Mack, Optimum Energy, and Kevin Mack in the chat. What's poppin'? Bro, why does it show that it's not live on my link? What in the fuck? Bro, I'm mad confused. But shout out to y'all for joining the stream. I appreciate your support. Shout out to y'all. How's everyone doing? What I would like to do right now. Oh, okay. No. It is live. It is live. I see it up. It just looked kind of weird. It didn't look like it was live. But okay, cool. Okay, bet. Shout out to y'all. What's poppin'? Episode 50, the big 50. You gotta love it. Now, what I want from you guys in the chat right now, right? Texas God, AT Martinez, dude. What's poppin', my G? I want you all to let me know if you've played the Arkham series, right? What is your ranking, okay, of the four games? That being, of course, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight in their release order, respectively. Let me know your ranking. Let me know how you are ranking it because I tell you, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It is something that okay. I think once I explain why I'm having such a difficult time, low key, ranking them, I think then y'all will understand and see my point of view. You know what I'm saying? But I really do want to know, you know, what is everyone's ranking? Because I don't know if mine is that it. I don't know if it's gonna be like that crazy or that outlandish, but I do have opinions, and I've been very very eager to do this. Oh, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Uh-oh. Hello? Do we have a wild Christian Buckley?
Can you hear me?
You sound so quiet. Wait, you sound so quiet. What happened? Let me see. Can you scream?
I think you're muted.
I'm an idiot. I did mute myself. Okay, number one. But number two, can you scream at like a relatively, cause your mic sounds very very far away.
Okay, yeah, I can fix that. Hold on a sec.
I'm not sure. Okay, bet. I'm not sure if it's a me issue or you. So we have people in the chat saying the best one is Arkham Origins. Number 2 is Arkham City and Asylum, and then Night is at number 3. So KBH Gaming, are you having a tiebreaker, or not like tiebreaker, but like have the second spot taken up between Arkham City and Arkham Asylum? That's quite interesting. Okay. So Night is your least favorite. Interesting. This is gonna be a good one, boys. I can tell. This is gonna be a good conversation. This is gonna be good.
Is this better?
Wait. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Is this better? Testing.
Yeah.
Audio check.
All right. Your level is looking really good.
I have a slightly different setup this week because I normally swing my desk around.
Ah.
Lighting.
I see.
But now I have a PC on my desk,
Ah.
which doesn't have a webcam yet, so
Indeed.
I'm still on my laptop.
Ah, I see. Okay, I see the intricacies, the myth behind the madness. I see that.
But Spider-Verse poster is in frame now.
You gotta love that poster is hot in Spider-Verse.
Yeah, right.
I see Captain Marvel next to it. That's nice. See a little Star Wars.
Remnants from.
I see that.
Excelsior.
You're
a fan of the show.
Dude.
Those are the posters from the set.
I love that Spider-Verse poster. God, I need a Spider-Verse something. I need I want like a really really nice canvas painting of like something Spider-Verse, but like I don't really want honestly what I want is the leap of faith. With no logo, no nothing, but not from
okay.
I want like a nice like wide canvas.
Like the actual frame.
Yeah. I want like the actual frame in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it still looks beautiful, but is not, as like out there as like having logos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but how was your week, sir? Was it good?
My week.
Or your weekend, perhaps?
My weekend. I honestly blur. I'm just getting ready to go back to school.
I feel that. I did my second day of school. It's quite interesting. Actually, we'll talk post the podcast, but we may not have to technically change. Okay, you know what? No, we will, but it won't be as bad as I thought it was going to be. We'll talk later. But I've been hooked on Mario Maker. A very, very good game. Very, very good game. Very good game. I'm really, really enjoying it a lot. Very, very fun. What else did I play this week? Did I beat Batman this week? I think I did, right? Wasn't it like on Wednesday or Tuesday or something like that?
I'm not too sure.
I forgot when. I know I did that. I'm still juggling on which game I'm going to start. I decided I'm going to put Marvel Ultimate Alliance until I beat Mario Maker. I want to do one Switch game focus, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. I still haven't finished the Mario Maker story yet.
Ooh, okay. I see. I think I'm at 40% with the castle. So I'm almost halfway. Yeah, so I'm
nice.
Chugging along. And I feel like after that, I might do Ultimate Alliance, and then I'll do Ori in the Blind Forest. And I think that'll be all for my Switch for this year. I know you're getting, I believe, the Pokemons and stuff like that. Are you getting Astral Chain?
I'm not.
Okay, you're not.
I'm going to grab something real quick.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Actually, boys, live stream, dude, Kevin Mack, you already know I'm streaming Mario Maker 2 eventually. I just wanted actually Christian made a level on Mario Maker 2, right? And I told him that I swear I will stream it, but I want to first get myself acclimated with the new elements, because like there was there's a lot of new things that I think that were introduced in like the Wii U Mario that released during that era that I never had a Wii U. So there's just a few things that I wasn't familiar with in the Mario games and stuff like that. So I've been chugging through the story, trying to get myself acclimated with the controls. Yes, sir.
My level. What's unique about Mario Maker is you get to pick what type of elements you're getting because of what style you make the level as.
Right.
I designed my level in the style of original Super Mario Bros.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about any of the like the cat suit or any stuff like that.
Yeah. Because the cat suit's my first time doing it. The like not plane, but like the flying thing that shoots fireballs. Never used that before.
Car. Yeah.
Clown car, that was called. Also, there's like a literal car in some levels. Yeah, so a lot of interesting things that I've never dealt before. But I guess the last thing I played out that was pretty of substance was the Modern Warfare Alpha. Don't know if you got to play it, Christian.
Oh yeah. Did you want to talk about that real quick at the beginning?
Yeah. If you want, yeah, for sure.
I have a few things to say about it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's just you want to roll into it right now? I mean.
Yeah, sure. I haven't really been playing much. I've just been super busy.
Okay, I feel you.
Getting ready for school and building a PC. So
all right, let's roll this intro, shall we? Yeah. Uh-oh.
Hello, everyone. And welcome. That's what you got to do. You got to work with it when you're live.
You got
welcome to episode 50 of Cross Circle, the official podcast for PlayStation Source. I am your living and breathing moderator, Christian Buckley.
I don't know about living for that long. You're over there, half dying, choking on some water. I don't know. Jeez.
Joining me is Kevin Diaz.
What's happening? How you doing? How you always doing? Episode 50. 50 nifty. You gotta love it.
Done this 50 times.
Kind of. Oh wait, we're almost to a year mark, huh? 52.
I mean,
well, because we had the holiday break, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what the actual. I'm sure we can go back and look and see when the first Cross Circle was posted.
Well, our 1 year was the E3 wrap up or pre-show or one of those. Remember?
For Cross Circle?
Yeah, because we started. Episode 1 was about like pre-E3 hype.
Ah, you're right.
Anthem was on that thumbnail. Fun fact.
Yo, Anthem's my game of the year, guys. I always talk about Anthem's a great game. I tell you, it got some DLC.
Whether or not that may be true, I know there's another game coming out that may actually legitimately be your game of the year.
We'll see.
Knowing your fandom of the series,
indeed,
and your impressions, which you can see your full impressions video that you posted earlier, actually last week.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yep.
Modern Warfare. I gotta say, I've never been a huge fan of the Modern Warfare series.
Right.
I usually prefer Black Ops because I played Black Ops 1 and 2, missed 3, missed 4, but Black Ops 1 is like one of my top 10 of last gen, one of my favorite shooters of all time.
This is why I appreciate you, because Black Ops 1 is the best COD. And there's not a question. You know? I mean, I let people slide if they say COD 4 or Modern Warfare 2. It's like, okay, I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
Right. But Black Ops 1 for me is like number one.
One of my friends I think his favorite is World at War.
Interesting choice.
Which is, I liked that one too, because that was
it's good. Yeah, it's good.
That was Treyarch before they got into Black Ops.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So like the seeds are there. But Modern Warfare is getting a reboot, pretty much.
Indeed.
We've been hearing things about it all year. I've been interested in a lot of it. They've made some really weird statements that like contradict themselves, though. But we finally got a chance to play it. Now, I know you played it a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
I probably played for like an hour.
Okay.
I did a couple of rounds with my brother.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to think, because I did around, I think I did 4 to 5 hours, maybe, give or take. I know I did 3 on stream. I did a little bit the next day off stream when they put out a new map for the alpha and a new game mode. as well, but I
Right.
only did like an hour and a half of that one. So about 4.5, maybe 5, give or take, something like that.
Yeah. So the last competitive COD game I played was World War II.
Okay, so the
And
one from Sledgehammer?
yeah, and the
Yeah.
series has evolved since then. Obviously, Black Ops 4 had tons of new additions and like the way you heal and stuff like that. And Modern Warfare is changing that and then some.
Yeah.
But there was something about it that when I was playing it, it was like a mixture of I think the style and the design of this game mode with the changes they've made to COD.
Right.
Something was off for me.
Off. Okay. Okay, so
Yes.
you weren't feeling it that much.
Well, it was off in the sense that I was going in expecting Call of Duty.
Okay.
And first off, my like biggest impression, first thing I noticed immediately, sound design incredible.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
The sound of that shotgun, like oh god, it's so
Dude,
good.
it's good. It's good. It's good stuff.
Sound design's great. The guns, the sound very very good. Good animations too for the like reloading and like the recoil and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
very impressive visually, very good looking game.
I agree.
But there was a weight to everything that I didn't expect.
Mm. I see.
Where COD, like shooting in COD, always feels satisfying.
Right.
But I think a lot of that is because it's consistent across all the different types of weapons. Like you normally, like if you have sleight of hand,
Uh-huh.
you're reloading faster, just
Right.
across everything.
Right.
And the reload speed is usually around the same for each gun. And then I guess I don't know, something felt like slower about it, but the gunplay felt a little slower to me
Mm-hmm.
and more deliberate, which is like definitely what they're going for.
Right.
But mixing that with like the time to kill of COD and the fast-paced nature of like the cycle of Call of Duty,
Uh-huh.
something about it with me wasn't clicking. Where
Okay.
I was just like, I think this mode isn't for me,
Okay.
but I'm
see.
impressed with what they're presenting.
Yeah, I mean because I can definitely see why the mode might not be for someone that is looking for an experience like yourself where because that mode take into account again, there's no perks in that mode, there's no kill streaks in that mode, and you get to randomize your own equipment. So you really like never get a good feel for the weapon that you're using, at least starting out. I assume if you play gunfight, 6 months down the road, and you're in regular multiplayer for the majority of that time, you'll be able to know most of the weapons. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it'll be a little bit less of that type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? But I because I definitely did not have that opinion. I definitely enjoyed what I've seen, and I'm also trying I'm also trying to also take into account that this was a gunfight 2v2 alpha, right? So this had a misconstrued conception of the pace of the game, as well as like the time to kill. I feel like overall like the time to kill might feel similar, but there
Mhm.
are certain things that will be introduced in the main beta, in the main multiplayer where you're playing TDM, Dom, whatever, stuff like that, that might cause an issue with how fast your time to kill is.
Yeah.
So like definitely this was a super like bare bones type of experience with Modern Warfare, but overall like based on what at least I played, and again my full impressions are on the channel, separate video, but I enjoyed it. I actually liked it a lot. I liked what I saw overall. How did you? So I guess I asked you, just to pick your brain, how did you feel about the time to kill? Because I was telling you on stream that I thought that it was around like a little bit faster than Black Ops 2, is I believe what I said. Did that
Um,
kind of reign true for you as well, or did you have a different experience?
I think it's been a while since I played Black Ops 2,
Right.
but it did seem significantly faster than what I was expecting, I guess, or like what I'm used to.
Okay.
Uh, but this could, again, I've been out of COD for a while, so this
Right.
just could be me being rusty or me not being good at the game. But it was definitely something I noticed. Like it felt like I was dying very fast,
Mm.
and I probably played like I started playing maybe like 4 or 5 hours after the alpha went live.
Okay.
So obviously, like the hardcore community already was acclimated by then.
Right.
But yeah, it was just something I noticed. Like I don't normally super pay attention to those kinds of things in games. Like Destiny Crucible
Mm.
is something where I put a lot of time in competitively this generation, and I think the pace of that is like a weird because it's not COD, but it's not Halo, but it's still like enclosed and very um like it's very tense. And similarly to this 2v2 mode,
Uh huh.
I guess the smaller scale and the more um like not one on one, but like the more level, I
Playing
guess,
field, I guess, or like
kind
the
of, yeah.
how
Like some
like everyone has the same class using the same weapons.
Yeah, it's much more intimate than COD it normally
Right.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I
Okay.
was trying to say.
Okay. I feel you. But overall, I mean, I liked it. I liked it
Yeah.
a lot. And
Are
I
you more or less excited for Modern Warfare now?
more, but I'm again keeping the caution because
Yeah.
I feel like a better reflection, of course, will be the beta when we get that, and that's coming out like mid September. So we're almost. I think September 12th is if you pre-order, you get it then. I feel like I might pre-order just to get those a little bit, few days early. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. But I enjoyed what I played. I enjoyed it so
Very
far.
nice.
I enjoyed it.
Well, now,
Mm,
um, you had a journey this summer.
I did
I was there part of it
indeed.
with you for one of these journeys.
You gotta love it.
Um, you have been very public on the channel in the past about your your history with gaming, when you started to really become, I guess, a fully realized person who plays games.
Yeah, like past the Call of Duty,
Yeah.
24/7 phase of my
Uh, the
gamer
first
life.
the first video you made for the channel was talking about how Uncharted was like your gateway
Hmm.
into the gaming community that we're all a part of.
Yeah, like separate from the COD community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
there's a franchise you missed
I did.
that I'm a huge fan of. It was my first experience playing a next gen game. Was this franchise? At least in my own home, and I have a fondness for it not only because of the character, but because they're damn good games. You played the entire Arkham series, minus Arkham VR and the Vita game. You played Asylum, City, Origins, and Night.
Yes. All
In
straight.
that order?
In release order. So Asylum City Asylum City, Origins Night. Yeah. And wait, just to ask, are the VR and the Telltale Batmans are they connected at all to the Arkham series? I'm assuming no.
The
May
Telltale Batman is not.
Okay.
Arkham VR is made by Rocksteady, and I
Ooh.
believe it is canon in the series.
Ooh, okay, interesting. Interesting.
But that is one that I have not played yet,
Gotcha.
despite having VR, because you need the wands.
Mm.
And I have also not played Origins, which I've been wanting to for years at this point. And obviously, I have played the Vita game. I never owned a Vita.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, like there is. What's it called?
Blackgate.
Blackgate. Thank you. Blackgate. Yeah. That one. It looks like a side-scrolling type of Batman.
It's like a full blown Metroidvania, which is fun because like Arkham
That's
Asylum, I've always thought is a 3D Metroidvania.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I might just play that on my Vita just at some point. Perhaps. We'll see. But
Mhm.
overall, great series.
right.
Great. Oh my god. Great. Like so I've always liked Batman, right? You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like I mean like it's hard to find someone I feel that doesn't like Batman for whatever reason. Like he's, Batman, whatever. And like my main type of, I guess, I don't know. I guess like as a kid growing up, a little bit of the cartoons, but not really. Like here and there, but not a lot. Of course, the Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan Batmans. Those were very influential. Going into my teenage years and stuff like that. Of course, we have Ben Affleck right now as the Batman. now soon to be Robert Pattinson and stuff like that. So overall, like that's been like my main type of forte to Batman, but this has been like the most time I've spent with anything Batman related.
Interesting.
These 4 games,
Hmm?
and I get it. Like
Have it.
yeah, I get it. Like now, Batman's voice. Yep, it's Kevin's voice. Yeah, I
Kevin
get it.
Conroy, yeah.
Yeah, Joker.
Um,
Yeah, it's Mark. You know what was really interesting is that I now almost see Mark Hamill more as the Joker than Luke, and that is something that I never thought would happen. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
I don't know. Like, and it's just his voice, but like that's how good he portrayed Joker. At least, like to me, I was like, man, sheesh.
so what's interesting is Mark Hamill. I'm pretty sure, like you can read into this. Like I'm pretty sure he like Joker's his favorite character he's ever played
Yeah.
because him as a person, I know he has a huge fondness for like comic book history and like collecting comic books and like superhero collectibles and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
He loves that kind of thing.
Right.
Whereas Luke is like the thing that put him on the map, obviously.
Yeah.
But Joker, he's like always happy to come back to being Joker. And like you mentioned, Kevin Conroy also. The two of them were the voice actors for Batman and Joker on Batman the Animated Series, which was also written by the man who wrote Asylum City.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
So-
That's cool. Okay.
People have always treated the Arkham series as like a spiritual sequel to Batman the Animated Series.
I see.
Because
see.
there's outside of them, there is a lot of voice talent they brought in from that series.
Yeah.
They couldn't get everybody, obviously, but
Is Harley Quinn the same voice actress? I'm sorry.
in Asylum, it is. It's Tara Strong,
Okay.
and she was Harley in the animated series,
Interesting.
and she ended up being replaced in City.
Okay.
I forget by who, but I believe the same actress played Harley in City and Night.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, so there was a difference between Asylum and interesting.
Yes.
I couldn't even tell. I know that there's a difference with the Origins ones, which we will get to, the difference in VO with the Origins characters, but interesting.
So, do you want to run through impressions in the order you played them?
I guess, yeah. So,
Okay.
Arkham
Asylum.
Yeah, Arkham Asylum. A lot of people told me that this was their favorite. It was really a top, dude. Honestly, it's very mixed from what I've seen. I've seen a lot of people have a favorite. Like I have diehard people that love City. I have diehard. Well, I guess Night would probably be the less. I feel like people enjoyed Night the least. I believe, as far as I'm aware.
For the longest time, it was always Origins is the one that got
Y-
the crap kicked out of it.
Right. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Right. Which But anyway, Asylum. I thought it was just like a really, really good. And like what I liked about Asylum was that I didn't know that it only took place in Arkham Asylum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just loved like that enclosed space of like, all right, like Batman's got to deal with this, and like we're in here, and there's really no getting out unless we're going kind of to the Batcave, which is kind of away from Asylum, but not really. It's still on the island. So it's like, all right, like we are here, and this is it, and we got to do this, you know? And I just loved getting like to know Batman on a level that I never knew Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how it was for me. Like I was like, man, like he's actually like a really cool fucking character. And like again, I've known Batman was a cool character, but just seeing it and actually like tangibly getting to see it firsthand was great.
Yeah.
I felt like overall. Oh, and also I played Asylum, City, and Origins streaming off PS Now, and then I was able to download Arkham Knight because they offer PS4 games to be able to download via PS Now. So I played Knight was the only one I played locally. The other three I played streaming, which obviously for the combat, I did struggle a lot in the first three, and I felt like it got better overall when I got to Origins. I don't know if that was a matter of me understanding the latency and like getting like, all right, like because I'm streaming this, I have to time it a little bit differently. which then made
Okay.
me a fucking pro in Night. In Night, I was having no issue like towards like the middle, towards the end of it, where I was like, all right, yeah, I did all these not quick time, but like these button uh, combos, whatever, while in combat. I did those all on latency, so now with Night it was a lot more smoother. But that was a struggle when I first started. Was getting into combat because I swear I would press triangle and then it just wouldn't register fast enough, you know. But that got better. I feel like probably I'm not sure if it was me or just got better throughout the games, like the coding and maybe they had like less time on the delay. Maybe they're able to do that, but not sure.
So
But
I replayed Asylum last fall,
okay,
and Asylum was always my favorite.
right,
Whenever I had to have a conversation, I was like, yeah, Asylum's my favorite. It's super tight, it's super focused. The ending's whatever, but like, it's just so solid.
mm-hmm.
Revisiting it, I was like, oh, um, not the case everywhere. It hasn't aged super well in a lot of places, and I do think the main thing is the combat, and that may be because the last time I played Asylum was before I played the rest of the series, so the improvements and fine tuning they made to the combat wasn't present in Asylum going back to it.
Right.
But it's definitely, I would say, out of the three I've played, the weakest combat in the trilogy.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Just because it was their first shot, and it's still really solid, but there are definitely moments of like frustration with the flexibility they give you for your combos and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, what do you think of the roster, the Rogues Gallery in Asylum? Because we got Scarecrow,
Mm-hmm.
Bane,
Mm-hmm.
Harley Quinn, Joker, and I believe Zaz is in there. He kind of counts,
Yeah,
but I believe that's the Poison Ivy also.
Ivy's in there. Yeah. I like them all. Honestly. I did not know Bane was actually like that. Because, to be frank, my only Bane perception is Dark Knight Rises. You know? So
Yeah.
I thought, but he's a lot different than that.
Bane, yeah, Bane is super different.
Very weird. I did not realize that. Because
Yeah, so
I just didn't, yeah. That's very odd.
yeah,
I liked him in there.
one of the things I think Arkham Asylum, I guess, didn't really nail well is something that Nolan did nail, that Bane is like a master tactician. And you wouldn't really get that in Asylum, I think personally, because while you could make an argument of like when you find him, he's like crippled and just so weak, and then he gets shot up with the Venom Titans serum,
Yeah.
and probably like goes to his head, and then he has that boss fight. So like, sure, it's just like a brute boss fight.
Uh-huh.
I think the series gets better with that, but definitely in Asylum, Bane is pretty much just like big Hulk.
Yeah. I didn't see Bane as like a huge challenge at least, but not again, like I know you haven't played Origins, but Bane in there is pretty good. That
Yes, I've heard from a lot of people.
those those fights are pretty good. And I don't want to jump ahead, so I would say like, yeah, like the like Bane part in Origins is actually really good. But yeah, I mean overall I thought Asylum opened really cool. You know, with just being okay, Joker's going to Asylum. Like, what's going on? You know, I just love how like this game kind of like flung you in. You know,
Yeah.
I just love it. It's like, man, okay, cool. Like, all right, like, let's go, let's do it. Yeah, and
I think Asylum nails its atmosphere too.
And there's a specific element that are in City, Asylum, and Origins that gradually gets less and less as the series progresses into Night, that I wish Night had a little bit more, right? And I want to emphasize it for Asylum because this is where I saw the best of it, where I'd be progressing through the story, whatever, and there were like multiple times where I get to a big room and it's like, all right, you got 8 to 10 guys. All I am is Batman. I have my gadgets, and that's it. And I have what's in this room. Take them all out. You know, like I found that to be so fun. Like seeing like, okay, like if I blow up this wall or like blow up this ceiling, like that will trigger, you know, hopefully that will knock down this guy. Then maybe this guy might get alerted, but I can still take him down if I go behind him before he, just like that whole strategy.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought that was so fun, and it's also in City, of course. Origins, and then I feel like that is, I think, the biggest sore spot I have for Night that I wish it had. You know?
Yeah, Night definitely has a lot more external environments, and,
Yeah.
like alleyways, warehouses, stuff like that, where it's harder to do that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, again, one of the things I think Asylum does very well is the design of all of its rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Even outside of the buildings on the island, I think they have a lot of freedom to really capitalize on the tools they give you as Batman.
Yeah.
But I think City just does that so much better than Asylum does.
No. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So
I'll say
what
that.
did you think of the ending
For City?
for Asylum?
Oh, Asylum. Wait, I'm trying to refresh my memory because I know I just played them all. They're all mushed together.
The end of Asylum, if the viewers are not familiar, you get Joker. You're about to stop him. He's gonna throw Batman a surprise party or something.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a big ring pit fight. Yeah. Okay.
Pops Titan into his head.
Uh huh.
You get Mohawk, bony, gory, giant Joker.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I thought that was and like, I don't know. I didn't love that boss fight.
It's not good.
It felt very just like, oh, like this is it. Like I'm not okay. Like all right.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I didn't love that one. I didn't. Nah, I thought it was. And also that was very jarring how he just turned into like a fucking Hulk. Was not expecting that at all. Quite frankly, but yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment from Asylum? Anything that stands
Favorite?
out to you?
Moment from the Scarecrow stuff.
Okay, I had a feeling you were
I
gonna say that.
think-
The Scarecrow stuff is.
I think the
excellent.
Scarecrow stuff is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, that is definitely top tier stuff. I was like, man, this is really cool. This is really cool.
I love the introduction to that too. The fun little side story. My first console from that generation was a 360,
Uh-huh.
and that's where I got Asylum One. That was the first game I bought,
Right.
and it was on my desk, standing up. One day, fell over when I was playing it. Later that night, I was playing more of Asylum, and all of a sudden, my screen got like bars on it and like looked like it was frozen or something. And I was like, did my brand new Xbox 360 just break?
Did it?
And no, that was just the introduction to Scarecrow.
Oh,
They got
okay.
me.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
They
Okay,
100% got me.
I was like, Red Ring of Death, bro. You alright? Okay, no, I remember now. I remember. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, because
But-
like a Scarecrow, they don't go like fully, but they definitely like mess with the player. Like not a full fourth wall break, but like they toe that line,
Yeah.
and
And
that was just a fun surprise.
and that constant callback to, of course, the parents of Bruce Wayne, that whole thing, those elements in there.
Org.
Yeah. Because I think the morgue is when you get your first, like, full thing where you go into the Scarecrow level
Yeah.
where you have to. I think that's the first, I believe. I could be wrong, but I
And
know that
this-
was early on.
The Scarecrow stealth parts, like, are all like they're okay.
Yeah. Like they're all right. Like what? Like I get what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I just think I was like, all right, cool.
But like from a story standpoint and visually and everything,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Asylum's good.
Yeah, there's so much cool stuff in Asylum.
Also, we forgot to mention Asylum came out 10 years ago yesterday,
It did, yeah.
August 25th. 2009.
Yeah.
2009. Gotta love it.
Yes.
Gotta love it.
So I guess we should move on to City.
Yeah.
Arkham City is the one that I played this summer.
Okay.
I did a like 2,000 word video review thing about it because this game is, dare I say, almost perfect.
You can say that, sir. I'm gonna let you say that. Quite
I think
frankly.
there's so much good stuff in this because the thing is, they did everything that they nailed in Asylum and fixed everything they didn't, and they just did new creative things with all the things they did super well in Asylum. Like I think the combat here is top notch. Like the variety of enemies you have,
Mm.
the amount of combos they give you, and all the tools that they build up as the night goes on, just makes you feel like Batman even more than Asylum did.
Yeah.
Obviously, you get the gliding and the grapnel boost, which lets you just soar through Arkham City the entire time.
Yeah.
The story's incredible. The Joker story is amazing. Uh, they have more villains in this one, and all of them feel like they were handled well. I love so much about this game.
No.
So what do
Yeah.
you think?
I thought City was just Asylum, but way better, way polished, opened it up more. I think the biggest takeaway for me, if you're gonna ask me like what was like my standout moment, um, definitely again the intro. For your first as Bruce Wayne, you know, and they think like, oh, like Bruce Wayne like isn't gonna like fight whatever, like it's fine, and then he just beats a shit out of him. And like I just think it's so fucking cool. And then wait, and then when Alfred initiates the drop of the bat suit and it
Yeah.
crashes down the building, opens up that was good. It was good. Really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. And of course, the end to City, which I was not expecting.
I think that is the best ending in almost any sort of medium I've ever seen.
I literally thought, okay, like this is just like a scarecrow type thing, or I don't know, like just some sort of illusion, whatever.
Hold on.
I thought, what's up?
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. My bad. But yeah, so
Um, so yeah, the game just starts out so strong. Like getting that voiceover from Hugo Strange after that cutscene where he's just like he reveals that he knows that Bruce Wayne's Batman,
yeah,
like less than 5 minutes into this game. It's like, oh, who am I dealing with right now?
it's dope.
Because for a lot of people, no idea who Hugo Strange is going into it, right? And so I think like establishing him that way just works so well, and like you barely see him throughout this game, but you constantly feel that he's there
Hmm.
because of all the propaganda, all the cameras, the voiceover throughout the city.
Right.
Um, and yeah, the introduction's just stellar.
Damn good.
Um, one thing that I know you weren't able to do though was the Catwoman DLC because you played it on PlayStation Now.
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I saw it. I'm trying to remember if there was an option to play it, but I don't think I could. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't touch any of the Catwoman stuff like that I could play firsthand. Yeah.
So this is mid the generation of like all these pre-order bonuses.
Right.
If you pre-ordered the game, which I did, you were able to play through probably like 4 or 5 missions as Catwoman alongside Batman's story.
Ooh.
They would just come in at like natural times.
Okay.
And the first thing you do when you boot up Arkham City, if you have this DLC, is you play as Catwoman in Arkham City, robbing, I think Two-Face's apartment or his hideout
Okay.
or some data chip,
Uh huh.
and then you beat up his thugs, gun to her head, and then that leads into why she's kidnapped in the courthouse.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
So, also, if you played it on the PS4 version, Return to Arkham, that's just included. All the DLC is in there.
Uh huh.
But yeah, just another way that they like try to mess with you a little bit. It's like boot up the Batman sequel first thing, play as Catwoman.
Right. Right. I see.
Yeah, but there's just so much in there. What did you think of the Mr. Freeze fight?
Oh wait, I remember this now. I do remember this. I'm trying to remember if I liked it or not. I don't think I did, to be honest.
Really?
I don't. I don't think I did. Wait, I'm trying to remember.
So if you're blanking,
You're in a room, right? And there is a a like body of water in the middle of it that you use at one point to electrocute him. Are you talking about that?
No, that
Or am I
is
thinking?
not this.
Okay, I need a refresher.
So
What
in
is?
Arkham City, the Mr. Freeze boss fight is after he's taken over the GCPD building, the old one.
Okay.
It's like the lab, the processing area. It's all frozen over with ice. Batman goes in to get the cure from him, and he's
Right.
like, he crushes it. He's like, "No, you're gonna do something for me now."
Yeah.
Batman's like,
Right.
"Not doing this."
I remember.
And then
Oh wait, that's when Batman
have-
straight up takes out one of his things right from his heart.
I don't think, maybe I don't remember, but
He does that. It was some savage shit. I was like, damn. I was like, bro, relax. Let this man live. I was like,
the main
Jesus.
thing that you have to do is you have to use every single tool in your arsenal,
Uh huh.
pretty much. So it's like Mr. Freeze will only go down if you use a gadget on him to like weaken him, so you can go punch him a few times to get a combo in, and then he will not let you do that thing again. So like you do the bat spray, the explosive gel.
Yeah. Okay, no, that is what I was talking about.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a puddle.
There's
that
one in the middle where
the-
you can electrocute. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
alright.
that boss fight's incredible.
That was alright. I didn't like Head Over Heels love it, but
Did you
thought
think it was just
interesting.
annoying, or was it like too easy, or what?
I think low key too easy. I think a bit, but I did, understand that. Yeah, okay. You have to utilize all of your stuff, or like most of your stuff if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, like, I thought it was
He
pretty good.
adapted to like everything. Like he froze the railings so you couldn't glide anymore. He was like,
Yeah. A lot of
Um,
things.
like if you use the electrical charge in the generator, as
He
soon
would
as he
freeze
did
the
it,
generators,
he
right?
stood back up and froze that.
Yeah.
If he did like a takedown through the window, he would like go around and break all the windows so you couldn't do that again. It's just, I thought it was just a great way to make you really
Think and like.
think like Batman, because it's like, once I use this, I cannot use it again. So if I'm going to use this, I have to make sure I use it at a time where it makes sense.
Right.
So like, if you want to lead off gliding in, okay, maybe you want to save gliding in up for the end after you've used all the stuff on the floor,
Uh huh.
so that way you can just dive bomb them. There's a lot of ways you can approach that fight that I appreciate, and I thought it was a good, like it made you feel like Batman.
Yeah.
The most.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. Just there's just one boss fight throughout my entire playthrough that's just like a shining beacon that like is just above and beyond everything else.
I have a feeling.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But overall, it's good. But yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you think about the surprise edition of Ra's al Ghul?
That I really was fucking with. I had no idea. I'm so unlike Red Dead 1, right?
Yes.
Where I wish I didn't know that ending. I
Mhm.
I wish I didn't know it. I'm really glad I didn't know a lot of this. I didn't know Ra's al Ghul was even in the Arkham games. I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? Very, very good stuff. Very, very cool. It was just neat, like, hearing, like, my only two instances of Ra's al Ghul was Christopher Nolan Batman and Arrow, oddly enough.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Arrow was the other time where I saw that storyline type. Well, not main storyline, but like that character be in something that
Yeah.
I've seen. So it was really cool to see. So is this interpretation like a little bit more close to the comics? Like, is this more of like what you resemble as like, okay, yeah, like this is definitive like Ra's al Ghul type deal, or you know what I'm saying?
I mean, a lot of my favorite takes on Batman stuff is from the Arkham series. So when someone asks about like the League of Assassins or whatever, I usually default to Arkham City.
Okay.
And I just think the idea of him hiding in like the underbelly of old Gotham, just like waiting for the right time to strike to tear Gotham apart.
It's cool.
So cool.
It's cool as fuck.
The fact that he's pulling the strings the entire time, like he's the one that told Hugo Strange everything. So it's like you think Hugo Strange is this mastermind, and then it's like, oh no, Ra's al Ghul just wants to get back at Batman
Yeah.
and
100%.
destroy Gotham.
100%.
And he put all this money into this, he put all these resources, and he was just waiting. Like I love that about his character.
I think overall, in terms of like environments,
Mhm.
I think Arkham City had the best. I feel like environments that really like had a tone. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, like
when you get into like that old area of Gotham, whatever, like
yeah,
that
like
is
Wonder
like
City.
yeah, it's so cool. So
Yeah.
many cool like oh like this is such an interesting area. You know what I'm saying? Very 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 cool stuff. 100%.
Yeah, Arkham City's great because it's varied enough where it's like it's still a pretty decently big environment if you compare it to Arkham Asylum. And there's the freedom of movement, but all the regions, and you'll see this everywhere in the city. There's like maps of like territory wars and stuff. Like there's Penguin's territory. There's the courthouse that Two Face has.
Mhm.
Poison Ivy's off in that corner doing her own thing. Joker has the steel mill, and it's just yeah, it's so varied and it's so like it still feels so connected, even though each environment is so different.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we can talk about the ending if you want, because everything about the ending is so like
The
from the
ending's fucking
second
crazy.
from the second you wake up after that Joker fight, where it's like, oh, I'm cured now. Here's all these guys and the Titan that you got to fight, and then the building collapses on Batman. Um, actually, that's one of the points where you would have played as Catwoman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what happens there is Batman gets crushed under the rubble.
Yeah.
You have to do a stealth room as Catwoman to get her like her gear and her treasure and stuff back from a lockup vault that Strange put aside.
Okay.
And then you have a choice. You can either run away from Arkham City or go save Batman.
Ah.
So if you choose to run with your stuff, then Robin is the one who comes in
And saves
to help Batman.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if you choose to go, it's obviously Catwoman.
Right.
Yeah, everything past that point where like you have to go chase down Hugo Strange, scale the tower, fight him,
Yeah.
go down, and then Joker calls you. It's just so good.
So cool. It's such a cool like I think it's understated,
Mhm.
but I felt that City and Asylum's pace was like damn near perfect. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
Like oh my god, like this is such and I felt that a lot with City. I'm like, huh, like actually like thinking about it, like while I'm playing it, Asylum had great pacing too. Like just City's pacing is great.
Yeah.
It is like, oh man, this is such a good like journey to go on to play. For the first time, I loved it. Really,
It's
really
very
good stuff.
that was the thing that stood out to me the most revisiting it.
It's
um,
crazy.
And I don't know how, because I know you were just trying to get through the games, so I don't know how much of the side quests you played, but even stopping for me to complete all the side quests, like the pacing still felt breakneck. Like it never felt like I was like going to answer a phone to find a black box from Victor Zsasz or something.
Right.
That never felt like I was wasting time
Mhm.
because the story itself, the main story, is like so like Batman's dying.
Literally.
You're just constantly having to go from place to place, but like stopping to even get Riddler trophies and like solve his things, it all flows so well together,
Mhm.
and it was just so impressive to me.
I agree.
But yeah, the final fight definitely like the Clayface reveal, the fight in the theater, falling down into the Lazarus pit. It's incredible.
Clayface was pretty good. That was a
Yeah.
good fight. Yeah, that was good. That was a good fight. Yeah.
That reveal too. It's
I was
funny
like,
too.
huh, this is interesting. I was not expect this.
Yeah. It's funny because they do plant the seeds for that. Like they showed you the thing where it's like, oh, you fell for the old fake Joker gag, and it's like, it shows him in the chair after Batman got knocked out at the beginning. It's really cool. It's a fun little Easter egg. When you go to that fight where it's Joker and all the guys
Right.
before the thing collapses, and then you're on the final act.
Yeah.
If you pop detective mode and you look at Joker, he doesn't have bones.
Oh, that's fucking clever.
That's cool, right?
Damn it, that's really good. That's
Yeah.
really good. Okay, I didn't know that, but that's good. That is damn good. Shout out to Arkham series. Shout out. Shout out. That was great. That was great.
It's so good too, because like when you're in the, because you know, like they mess with you like with Scarecrow, like when you go to that fight and you see him putting the lipstick on, it's like
Yeah.
he looks throaty in the mirror, he turns around, he's fine, he's like, was that a glitch or something?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
'Cause it's
'Cause- and then of
so
course that ending, which like made me want to play Knight, but then I'm like, no, I gotta go to Origins. But I was like, fuck, I want to play Knight really bad right now. Like, holy shit, like what is it? What, you know? I did not, number one, know that Joker dies. Number one, and number two, I didn't know that they were actually going to commit to it. You know,
yeah.
I thought there's going to be some cop out, maybe a Knight, you know, or like something, you know, because like I mean, I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? I thought like at some point like Joker would come back like alive
Yeah.
in Night, you know, to a degree, and like technically not, but technically, you know, not, but kind of sort of, whatever. But really, really powerful ending, and of course with Batman carrying Joker out of the theater. Oh God,
So that ending is like incredible.
God,
It's one of my favorite moments in any Batman thing ever.
damn.
There's also in that Catwoman introduction, the painting that the safe is hidden behind is like a biblical thing of a like a Christ-looking character, like who's pretty bulky, carrying this dead guy.
Damn.
That like it is picture for picture. If you look it up, it is the ending of the game.
That's crazy.
It's really good.
That's crazy. So I know you didn't play Origins, right?
Yes. So, what do you think about Origins? I'm
So-
familiar with some of the things. I know like the
Yeah.
Deathstroke stuff is real cool. The idea it's a Batman at Christmas fighting assassins just makes me want to play it so bad,
Yeah.
but I just haven't had time.
it definitely had a very, very cool vibe, you know, of this is Christmas time. I believe it was Christmas Eve. I'm pretty sure it's Christmas Eve. I'm not sure if it was Christmas Eve or like around Christmas, but it was obviously around Christmas, whatever. It takes place in one night. And just to talk about, so there were some voice acting changes in this game, right?
Yes, because this is a prequel.
Yeah. So Kevin Conroy is not Batman, and Mark Hamill is not Joker. I know that Troy Baker was Joker, I believe.
Yes.
He said a certain word, and I'm like, wait, that's Troy. Like, randomly, I was like, huh. I was like, that's definitely Troy Baker. Like, I forgot
I only
which one
hide
it
it
is.
so much.
Yeah. Oh my God. The amount of times I heard Nolan North as one of the enemies in these games. I swear to God, dude. I was
Oh,
about
yeah,
to
he was
like,
Penguin.
really?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. No.
Yeah, Nolan North is Penguin.
What?
I don't know if
Wow.
he was Penguin in Origins, if he's in there, but he was Penguin in City and Night.
Wow. I had no idea. I heard his voice in the NPCs, like in the enemies, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's Batman. I'm like, oh, what's up, Nolan? How are you? But I don't know the voice actor for Batman in Origins.
Roger Craig Smith.
Wait, that's not.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, why was I thinking Arthur from Red Dead?
That is Roger Clark.
Ah, close, but no. Okay. I thought he did a good job overall as Batman, but I don't know if I was so attached with the Mark Hamill voice, but Troy as Joker just doesn't do it for me. You know, like I got used to it, you know, and it
Yeah.
felt kind of okay, but I don't know if it was because they obviously portrayed a very, very much younger Joker, of course. And I believe in the timeline, I think they said that Batman has been Batman for, I believe, 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years in Origins. So he's also fresh as well, like a pretty new one. And the way they tell that is very cool because, you know, you see Batman like definitely being just very I gotta do it. I don't care. I'm always the other one. Alfred, shut up. I'm doing it. I don't. You know, like he's very just like, all right, like I don't care about what you have to say. I have to do this. You know, and like even though that's still in the other games to a degree, it's definitely lessened and definitely more of like, all right, no, like you know, if Alfred has a suggestion, you know, let's not tell him to completely fuck off. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many good parts of Origins I love. Number one is I've thought a lot about this, Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I ponder this a lot. At work, at school, in bed when I can't sleep, staring at the ceiling in the Infinite Doom. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, right?
Yeah.
I really do think the Deathstroke fight is the greatest boss fight I've ever played in my entire life.
I've
And
heard a lot of people
oh
defend
my
that.
god, we did it. I have it recorded, right?
Hmm.
I don't know when I'm gonna chop it up and just post it, but at some point I will. I don't know where I'm gonna post it, but I'll post it somewhere. It was 2.5 hours. I was stuck on this motherfucker. 2.5 hours.
My God.
2.5 hours, right?
Damn. Okay.
And let me tell you something. The last run, right, when I nailed it, that was some of the most fun I've ever had this generation. I was like, that was a fucking boss fight. That was so fun. And I hate it because now when I look back on it, it's very easy. Once you know what you're doing, it's like,
Yeah.
gotcha. There were just certain parts where I didn't realize they were QuickTime events. I thought
Okay.
this animation was just like a fail animation that like, okay, yeah, you weren't quick enough during combat, so Deathstroke is gonna do this, and there's no coming back from that. But there is coming back from that. Like
Gotcha.
it's a QTE. I just didn't realize that it was a QTE. You know what I'm saying? But it's an incredible boss fight. It is incredible. It is. God, it's so fun. And I wish that there was a quicker way to get to it. Like I wish they had like a better. Well, I don't think Origins has mission select. But I
I don't
wish.
think any of them do.
Yeah, I don't think any of them do. But I wish I could just go into that boss fight because that boss fight is so fun. So
It would
fun.
be very cool if there was a boss rush mode in these games because the bosses are usually standouts.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Do you have so the Deathstroke one is the highlight for Origins for you?
Yeah, 100%. There's also a very there's a part where I don't want to spoil too much of it, but some stuff goes
mean,
down.
I know a lot of the plot of Origins,
Okay, well,
and we just said Joker died, so like if you
yeah, I
want to get
bet.
spoiled,
All right,
go
cool.
for
All
it.
right, bet. So, Joker fucks up the commas in the Batcave, right? And, does some horrible, some explosions go down, etc. Alfred is essentially dies, right? So you use the I want to say Gavatron. It's not the Gavatrons, the electric fists that he got from Electrocutioner. I forgot what they're called. I'm gonna call him Electric
Okay.
Fist from now on. So
Go
he,
for
you're Batman. You're trying to revive Alfred. You finally get him out. Get him up, whatever. And there's just beautiful monologue of like, Batman like coming to terms with like, no, like, if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna like be Batman, truly, like, I can't just act alone to a degree.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I need people, that are with me, and like Alfred is with me. You know what I'm saying? And like a sense that's not just the man in the computer. You know what I'm saying? Giving me info, intel, whatever. Alfred could be more than that.
Yeah.
And so there was I forgot what the direct quote is, but it's like so Batman's like, no, I can't do this, whatever. And then Alfred's like, no, like Gotham needs you. And then Batman's like, no, like Gotham needs us. And that hit. I was like, you love to hear that. I was like, damn, that slapped. There was, and then there's the end sequence of Joker. That is very cool. That's very much like reminiscent of kind of like the end stuff with Knight, even though I felt that end stuff with Joker in Knight was a lot better.
Hmm.
It's still really good in Origins. There's just there's a lot of good in Origins, and I don't really get why people trash it. Like, oh wait,
So
no, go ahead.
the reason people didn't like Origins at the time, it came out on PS3, I believe, after PS4 launched,
Really?
and
Huh.
it was like, oh, it's basically Arkham City, like it's pretty much like same scale, nobody's there, it's an empty city, same open world tiredness. People didn't like the twist of that it wasn't really Black Mask, it was Joker, because it was like, oh, Joker again. Those were the main complaints I remember
Right.
reading.
Right. I guess I can see people complaining about the Joker thing, because like, damn, like, okay, again, but like, I mean, come
Like
on.
that's what that series is,
Yeah,
you know?
come
Like
on. Yeah,
Joker's like that's his thing.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, I do remember. Okay, do you want me to tell you the best part of Origins right now or the worst part of Origins? What do you want first?
Why don't you hit me with best?
Okay, the best part of Origins, I felt, right, is that of course it is known that Batman is the world's greatest detective, right?
Mm.
And I felt that the other games a little bit with Knight got there a little bit to the level of Origins, but the way Origins had Batman breaking down a room and like you're scanning things and you hear him, go over, okay, so the trajectory of this bullet came from this way at this mile an hour, so that means that he must have been 6 feet tall. Like that was so cool. Like having those breakdowns, you
Hmm.
know, that, and then you're rewinding the timeline, and like going back and forth and seeing how things actually played out.
Yeah.
So cool, so cool. That was like the best things in that game. I was like, man, this is really cool. And there's a little bit of that in Night. It's sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
But the way that they did it in Origins, I felt like the greatest detective. Like I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. The worst thing is the pacing towards like the last 3 to 4 hours of Origins, right? Because there is something big that goes down, right? There is some Joker stuff that happens, and it feels like things are coming to an end, right? Like
Oh, it's the worst.
it feels like, okay, like we see where this is leading off, you know, and that's like, okay, like this would be cool, but then we get back into it, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
all right, we're doing this, we're doing that, and it's like, huh, I kind of wish you kind of ended it right here, but without the other stuff, that ties in stuff like with Bane, because like in the beginning of Origins, or I forget when it happens, but Bane figures out who Batman is, right?
Okay.
And then they explain how Bane lost his memory at the end of Origins. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So like there are useful stuff in the second half, but I just felt like the worst pacing is Origins. Origins has like
Okay.
crap pacing when you get past it reminded me a lot of Days Gone. A lot of Days Gone, where it's like, okay, like man, if you like, I don't know, like end the game right here, you feel me? Like this is a way better ending than the
Yeah.
actual ending.
All right. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So
Um,
that's what I
question
feel
for
about
you.
Origins. Yes.
With all these rumors swirling around,
Mm.
it seems to me like we're gonna have a very similar thing with Origins on the PS3, where close to the launch of PS5, we get a sequel to Origins on this generation from WB Montreal
Okay.
about like following up Arkham Origins, but it would be about the Court of Owls, which is a more recent Batman edition.
Okay.
Would you be like how excited would you be to see a follow up from this team?
I would be. Yes.
You would.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%. Like, e- even though I was so negative, like on stream and even after about that pacing towards like
Mhm.
the end second half, because really like after the point that I think the game should have ended, or at least the game, you know, like shows itself or presents itself as an ending. There's
Yeah.
only like 3.5 hours after. So it's
Yeah.
not like the worst thing in the world, but it's still like a damn, like this. It just felt like filler for the
So
majority of it.
it seems like it's stuff that could be pretty easily fixed
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because they did a lot of things that I thought were just spot on, like so good. The detective stuff, the boss fights, especially of course, the Deathstroke one. Yeah. So if we get another Deathstroke fight and yo, give me that.
It's
Give me
funny you
that.
say if we get another Deathstroke fight
Mm.
because excuse me, in Arkham Knight, we don't fight Deathstroke,
We don't.
even though we have a Deathstroke boss fight. We fight Deathstroke in a tank and then punch him.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Here
so
now.
for Arkham Knight,
Right. Arkham
I
Knight. Let's go.
I played Arkham Knight when it came out, 2015. That was my summer.
Right.
It was Witcher 3 for a month and then Arkham Knight the rest of the summer.
Okay.
Got the true ending, 100%ed all the side quests, all the Riddler trophies. I think it is. I'd have to revisit it to like fully put my stamp on this, but I think it is the best / definitive Batman simulator
That's what I'm gonna have to agree.
because you have everything and more from the series so far, and you get the Batmobile.
I'm gonna have to agree. I felt the most like Batman in Arkham Knight, 100%. It is, yeah. There was like a bit of like a learning curve in the first, I'd say, hour with the controls because a lot of the different things that they mapped to the same button combinations, whatever, were
Right,
definitely
like,
flipped and changed.
Detective mode's on the D-pad now, right?
Yeah, yeah. And before it was, I think, L1, I believe.
Yeah, and now L1 is summoning the Batmobile. Right?
Yeah, yeah. It was so they flipped some stuff. So for me, it was like a little bit jarring, but you quickly just get used to it. Obviously, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that was mainly to have to do with the generation switch, right? I believe that's kind of why, or maybe it was
think
because
so.
of Batmobile stuff. Probably
It
more
might,
than
honestly, it might be because of the Batmobile. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. That makes more
But
sense to be just Batmobile stuff. Yeah, that makes sense.
Arkham Knight, I think, is an interesting game because I think they do some cool things with the story. It feels fantastic to play,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just super intuitive. But I do think it is a tad bit overcrowded, maybe, is the
I,
right word I'm looking for.
yeah, I can
I'm
feel
not
that.
sure. Like,
I
I
can
think
see
all
that.
the individual threads, all the storylines are cool. All the side quests I think are cool. As far as following up where City left off, I think it takes a while to get to the direct consequences of Arkham City, which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the main Scarecrow thing was like kind of underwhelming to me,
Okay, I see.
where it was like, okay, yeah, we're facing off against Scarecrow. It just the atmosphere was like typical Batman stuff, like nothing crazy. When the twist comes in, it's like, oh, now we're doing something really interesting. When I think you're in some factory and it's like Batman's being like, hey, I got to do this. It's Mirror the City. I'm gonna sacrifice myself, and everything's about to blow up. And then you turn around, Joker's there with a pistol to your head, and it's like, I saw you burn alive. What's happening? And what you brought up when we were talking about Arkham City, it was like, are they really gonna have the balls to keep him dead? It's like, they didn't do it. He's still alive, and it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
and then it just keeps spiraling. It's like he's seeing this because of the Joker blood. He's like, he
yeah.
he didn't nail everything. Like some people slipped through his fingers. He couldn't save everybody. The Joker really kind of won in some cases of like, there's those people left over that were turning, and Batman was the last one to turn. Like that was gonna turn. Like I love that arc so much.
Very, very cool. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
I thought, oh my god, he lived. I don't know how the fuck he lived, but okay, let's do it. And then it's like, wait, no, this is quite honestly worse because he's not alive, but he's literally in my consciousness
He's haunting you.
and is like a literal, yeah, exactly. And I'm like, that's almost worse. Like that's quite honestly worse, Loki. And I can't really tell. I'm trying to remember. He doesn't tell anybody that he's seeing
I don't think
Joker,
so,
right?
no.
So it's because I mean I can understand why, because everyone would be like, "What are you talking about?" Like they can't comprehend like I'm seeing Joker everywhere because his blood's in me, like that.
I mean, it says a lot about Batman too, because like he's not telling anybody, but two, he knows when his breaking point is,
Yeah,
because like he's like, I can still do this. Like the empty cell block is for me, but that's worst case scenario, and I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Um,
It shows a lot of like restraint and like control.
yeah,
I'm just like, damn, like this is really cool.
and cockiness.
Yeah,
But
I guess you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're
the
right.
where do you stand on the Arkham Knight?
Yeah, so I had a lot of thoughts when we first got introduced to Arkham Knight, right? I think my
Did you
number
know going in?
no, I did not know.
Okay.
I did not know. My number one guess was Deathstroke for a while. And
Okay.
then when you hear him in the game, I'm like, okay, no, obviously, okay, it's not Deathstroke. Cool, all right, that checks off. All right, and then I thought for a while it was. I'm trying to. I, wait. Which Joker is the? No, sorry, not which Joker. Which Robin is the current Robin that's alive in the game? That's
Tim Drake.
Tim. Okay. I thought low key it was him
Okay.
because I was like, wait, how did Arkham Knight get into the theater studios where they were keeping the other Jokers? I'm like, the only way he would get in is if someone's in the Bat family, you know?
Mhm.
So I was like, all right, is Tim being a cop out? Like, is Tim out here really, double crossing me, whatever? End up not being him, you know? So then it was when they started talking about Jason. Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah, where I'm like, don't make this on it. Like, please don't make this too on. Like, because I had it in the back of my head, and I almost didn't want to say it to
Yeah.
ask Billy because I'm like, if this is right, this is way too on the nose. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
So
oh my god, like, so I didn't say it out loud to hope that it wasn't it, low key, and then obviously it ended up being Jason. So
I think that I've always thought this. I think the Red Hood and Jason Todd, fascinating character.
right,
Just because of the history of Batman, the fact that it's like living proof that Batman can fail. I think Jason Todd can be very cool.
right,
I think Red Hood can be very cool.
right.
The thing that was a bit of a bummer, like I thought the reveal was like the actual moment, like that boss fight where he's just like, "You left me," like it's
Yeah,
just like, going back and forth. I thought that was a good moment, but
I
like
liked it. Yeah, absolutely.
the flashback, I was like, okay, like going through the hallways and you're like seeing how he died and stuff,
Uh huh.
like reenacting that story. I think it would have been better if Rocksteady was upfront about it, because for the longest time, I think since they revealed the Arkham Knight, whatever that first event was, they were like, "Is it Jason Todd?" It's like, no, it's a unique original character in the Batman universe. It's like,
Oh, so
okay,
so people were already like, "Yo, okay, so it's Jason." Like, is
yeah, people thought it was Red Hood because it was like he had a broy voice and he knew about Batman. It's like, oh, is it Jason Todd? Like, is it? Are you just doing Red Hood? And it's like, no, 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 he's an original character. We made him up.
yikes?
It's like
That
technically you did, and he's not called Red Hood except in that DLC where it's Red Hood's Revenge or whatever.
accept the deal. Oh
So
man.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't so blatantly obvious, but
Yeah, and like again, it's not like a huge complaint that I had playing
yeah,
the game because like
yeah,
Batman fan love the Red Hood story, so like seeing them do Red Hood is like, oh, this is fun.
yeah,
But it's like way like the investment I had in the story at the end of the day for Arkham Knight. I thought it was gonna be about the Arkham Knight, but in the end it was like, oh no, it's just about Joker again. That's what I really
Still.
care about here.
yeah. Which I loved that whole sequence.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right
the
now?"
first person stuff.
Oh man,
It's like a horror game.
like Joker actually gets scared
Yeah,
and is actually like fearful for once. I was like, "Fuck."
yeah, man. I finished that
That
game
shit
at like
hit.
3 a.m.
That hit. Yeah, same.
and
Same.
yeah,
So did I.
like turning around and just seeing the Batman statue like freaked me out.
Yeah. You know me, right? Like where if I'm playing the game, right? I'll be playing the game, I'll take breaks, but if I get an inkling of an ending starting to occur,
Oh yeah, it's
I
like
don't
I
stop.
either have to stop now or if I have to just go all in.
I don't stop. If I get an inkling of the ending, I have to see it through. That session,
Yeah.
like that famous Red Dead session where was Red Dead 2? I did 8 hours straight. I think it was
That's
Red
what
Dead 2. Yeah, I went from like chapter 4 to the end of the epilogue, literally in one city, like something insane like that, some
Hmm.
crazy all day. Just I oh, it was when other started getting sick. It was
Oh,
when he
okay.
started getting sick. I was like, okay, I can't end this. I
Yeah.
can't. I have to do it. Yeah, but yeah. So I did the same thing with Arkham Knight, and I thought it was beautiful. Quite honestly,
I think
I
it's a
thought it
very
was
good,
really good. I thought it was pretty good. And then obviously,
satisfying ending.
yeah, and then Scarecrow being scared of his own toxin, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And then obviously getting revealed as Bruce Wayne.
The Nightfall Protocol.
Yeah. So
That was,
I did not complete all side missions. I just went online, YouTube the Nightfall
yeah, I
Protocol.
was gonna
Yeah.
ask you if you
Okay.
watched the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. So I did. I did. Um, I want to know your. So I did, some digging, right? As I
Mhm.
do. Imagine me like a Animal Crossing. I'm on the beach digging up seashells. So I was digging, right? Um, is that Batman Beyond stuff? Is that what
No,
it is? No.
I would be blown away if that was any hint of Batman Beyond.
The only tether that someone had was that I believe they had they had a Batman Beyond suit as DLC, and
Did
his wings pop out in a similar fashion as the Batman's wings pop out in that cutscene. I thought that was a little bit of a reach,
that's reaching a
just,
little.
just a bit of a reach. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like that could have been just like the effects of how that Batman thing looked. But my knee jerk reaction when I saw it, I thought that was like the like overwhelming kind of like symbolic fear
Yeah,
that when Batman said, "Yo, Gotham is safe," you know, and it's not so much because that he is no longer there, but it's because the fear of him ever coming back is instilled in this. Like that's kind of how I took it. Like super super symbolic. Probably not even close to right, but that's kind of how I took it. That like overall, like there's like almost like a uncringing like fear that the Bat once protected Gotham, and if anything negative seeped its way back in, that the fear of the Bat coming back would be why it never happens again. You know what I'm saying?
that's an interesting take on it. Again, I haven't watched this cutscene in 4 years, but I remember at the time thinking that similar to several different Batman stories, but also The Dark Knight Rises, it's his successor,
Okay.
and they're using some variation of the Scarecrow toxin.
Hmm.
That's how I took it.
Hmm.
So either it would be uh, Dick Grayson taking over, which is like what makes sense for me, I guess, or Tim, or even maybe Jason Todd, just like living up to the Batman persona, but
Right.
being more intense about it by using the toxin.
Interesting.
Because like we know, like Batman probably wouldn't use Scarecrow toxin on criminals, but like Jason Todd Batman,
Maybe.
Dick Grayson Batman, maybe.
Perhaps. Yeah. I see.
Um,
I see. But
we can
very very
try.
cool ending.
Yeah, we haven't talked much negatives about it, so we can probably keep that brief because I know we could probably go off.
Yeah. Here. So I mean, the Batmobile.
I
Go ahead.
I just wanted to get this out of the way.
Okay.
I don't hate the Batmobile stuff.
That's what I'm
I think it's
saying.
fun.
That's what I'm
I think
saying.
it's a lot of fun. I think it's fun being Batman in the Batmobile.
I thought I
going
was
all over the
crazy
place, using like becoming a tank. I thought it was a lot of fun. Um,
because I've heard throughout the years, obviously, that like that's its biggest negative, right? Is that
yeah,
the quote unquote Batmobile shit, right? And honestly, I was annoyed with it once. And it was in the beginning when I had to use battle mode to. It was teaching me how to maneuver in tight corners and use battle mode instead of the driving mode because that's easier to do tight corners and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of like okay, like all right, but I can't think of a time where like I actually hated using the Batmobile. You
did
know?
you feel like it was too much?
Um,
'Cause I don't, and I mean like
no,
it's
like
probably like 50-50 of like being Batman and being in the Batmobile, maybe.
I just
Like
I just felt
based on my
like
memory.
it wasn't that obtrusive. throughout my playtime.
Yeah.
Like I really didn't see it as like this big annoyance. You know what I'm saying, that like everyone pawned it off to be, or like, projected it to be. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can I say I kind of enjoyed the Batmobile stuff. Like I thought it was cool. The like tank combat
It's
stuff was cool. You
easy
know,
to use.
yeah, power
Yeah.
winch, cool. You know.
Would you say that's your biggest negative though?
Okay, what's my biggest negative? No, I think my biggest, well, perhaps the Batmobile has something to do with it, but I feel like the biggest negative to me was not having a lot more instances of, all right, I'm in the room, be Batman. All you got's Batman, and your gadgets
Mm.
in the room, do it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that was probably the biggest thing that I wish was in Night, you know? And maybe one can make the argument that perhaps the inclusion of the Batmobile stuff maybe negated some of the, what I'll call like Batman room stuff.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe that was the fault of that, but yeah. Yeah.
So rounding up, I want to give you this question too.
Deal.
We don't know what Rocksteady's next game is,
Okay.
but right now, if you had to pick based on your experience with Origins and your experience with Knight, would you be more excited for the next Rocksteady game or the next WB Montreal game?
The next Rocksteady.
Okay.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And
I
if
want
you
to know.
had, like, there's rumors that it's games as a service, like it's Justice League, it's The Outlaws, it's Suicide Squad, it's whatever. My dream, if they did another DC thing, would be Batman Beyond, because like go off. But is there anything that you would love to see them tackle? Would you want another Batman from them or something else?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't, because I feel like, I'm just at the point of just, just give me what you got. Like
Yeah.
whatever's next Rocksteady, like I am 100% in. 100%. You know what I'm saying? And like I just don't really. I mean, I would love another Batman game
Hmm.
after playing all these. Like I'd love to see that again. But like also, I would love to see like what an Arkham Knight caliber of game, and beyond that point now, obviously,
Yeah.
how that would roll with like a Justice League type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like a Superman. Which I know that gets talked about a lot.
If we want to get really crazy, like if it has to be DC for me, it's Batman Beyond.
Right.
If it could be anything that's like still kind of reasonable based on the licenses and ownership of stuff, Ninja Turtles could be pretty cool.
You see, I have no connection towards Ninja Turtles, but
I think they could do a really
sure.
cool thing with it.
I know
Really
I
cool
know
New
they
York
like
City co-op.
I know
Could be
they
cool.
I know like pizza. There's a rat wearing a robe, I believe, who's like a sensei, I believe, of some sort.
Yes, sir. So,
Yeah.
wrapping this whole thing up, I think we should rank these games.
Let's do it. This one's
I'm gonna
hard.
just be ranking the trilogy. You can rank all four.
Okay. Oh man.
Um, I think, again, I'm basing this off memory because I haven't replayed Night yet.
Right.
I think personally, I'd probably say City is number one, and I'm really struggling for the other two.
Dude, I'm struggling with this entire list. This is rough because I like a lot about all of them. I don't think
Yeah.
any of these are really bad games, or I mean, quite honestly, like I think Asylum even holds up.
Yeah,
I really
like
do think
my
it does.
thing, my whole thing was like after I played Night, I was like, I think Asylum's my favorite, but I think Night is better than City because it like had more to do. Because at the time I was like, oh, it's like fully realized Batman now. And I guess that has a benefit to it, but like City is clearly my favorite now. So for the time being, I'll say City, Night, Asylum, I think.
City,
But Night and Asylum are like
Night, and
tied.
Asylum. Yeah, I think. Fuck. I think I'd put Night. Huh. Damn. Okay, Night, City, Origin, Asylum are tied. I don't. Damn, I don't know.
Wait, so number one is Night, number two is City,
Yeah, number one
and
is
then
Night.
Origins and Asylum are tied.
They gotta be tied. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Damn.
we want to bring that in, then I'll say Asylum and Night are tied.
Like I.
Because the thing is, like, I think the story and
I've
like the tightness of Asylum is just so much better than anything else. But like Night is like you are Batman at night.
Night was an experience, if I may.
Yeah,
Like Night was an experience. You know,
yeah,
I loved it. I thought it was really, really, especially towards the later end of the story. You know,
yeah. The places they go, it gets really weird, and I'm a big fan of
it's
that.
fucking cool.
And for our lovely Discord
Mm.
member, Omar, Robot Rock in Discord,
You gotta love it.
where would we rank Marvel's Spider-Man along with the series? I think that's a valid question.
It is. It is because my friend Jake asked me this, right? He's like, "All right, like after Night, do you like that better or Spider-Man PS4 better?" And you know, I'm gonna keep it. Can't keep it honest. I'm gonna keep it honest. Can't keep it honest. I really think I like Arkham Knight more than Spider-Man.
That's a fair claim because
I really think I do.
I think that Spider-Man owes a lot of why I loved it to this trilogy, and I don't know if I would put it above City. I don't think I would because the story in City is amazing. I think I would say City, Spider-Man, and then Night in Asylum.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
I
I
think.
see. I see. Because like I mean, I don't know. Like I what honestly, and we've talked about this a lot, right? Spider-Man PS4, at least narratively, right, is falls apart very quickly, right? Like once Otto calls you, it's like, fuck. Well,
Yeah, well, I
okay.
don't think it falls apart. I think it's just telegraphed.
Well, I mean, yeah, I
But
mean, not fall apart, but just like you
yeah,
know how it's gonna go down.
and
You
I
know what I'm
mean like
saying?
that you can compare that to Night because Night also I would say falls apart actually with the way they deliver their story. But I enjoyed seeing the story and Otto's collapse in Spider-Man more, I think, based on memory, than I did seeing Bruce realize who the Arkham Knight is.
Shit. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Because
That's hard. That's tough.
the main thing I'm narrowing it down to, for me, it's more fun to be Spider-Man going through New York City than it is to be Batman diving and swooping and stuff. But I think that's just because it's more recent. So
Yeah. I don't know. Like I think I'm having a similar like debate with myself internally. This is gonna be really weird comparison. But
okay.
to Watch Dogs 1 and Watch Dogs 2, right? Watch Dogs 1 is definitely like the Arkham Knight. And Watch Dogs 2 is definitely the Spider-Man, right? Where like Spider-Man get more colors during the day. There's more fun stuff to do in that game necessarily. You know, like you're like doing like a lot of like just very fun things, right? As opposed to Watch Dogs 1 and Arkham Knight. Again, not comparing them, not saying they're 1-to-1. Obviously, Arkham Knight a better video game than Watch Dogs. But I think tonally, like they share a similar type of vibe. You know that like that somewhat gritty color palette similar. You know what I'm saying? That's probably a really loose comparison, but I love Watch Dogs 1 and Watch Dogs 2 just for different reasons, right?
Hmm.
And so that's similar vibe I'm getting with Knight and Spider-Man. You know?
Yeah,
Like
I can see that.
I loved Batman and Batman Arkham Knight.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I thought it was great, you know.
Yeah,
So I just don't know. I don't know which one's better.
yeah.
I don't know where I would rank it. Honestly, I don't
I
know.
mean, I really think to be definitive about all of this, I would have to play Night again. Because again, it's been 4 years. But
Yeah,
um, at the least, I know I'd put it above Arkham Asylum. But I think it's either tied with Night or above Night. I don't know for me.
I don't know if I'd put Spider-Man above City. I don't think I would. I think I'd put it. I think I can say I'd put it above Asylum and Origins, even though how much I loved Origins. I think I'm safe putting it above those two.
Yeah.
I don't know about City and Night. I don't know.
All right.
That's
Well, there you have it. Glad you enjoyed this series.
absolutely, absolutely
Big fan of this trilogy
very
and
very good.
Origins as well, I guess. Um, but as we sign off,
Mm,
I know you have a few things planned out next.
I do.
I think the next time you have some free time,
Okay, here we go. This was teased on the Discord last night. You had
I think you should consider playing the Mass Effect trilogy.
I want to so bad. There's no way to play it on
I know.
PS4. There's no way to play it on PS4. I've been waiting. I want to play it so bad, bro. I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off.
I honestly,
I gotta
if you
figure
find
it
a
out.
way, I think I might play it alongside you because I've been thinking about those games a lot over the past couple months.
Now, would that playthrough include Andromeda? Because I'll do it. I just want to know
No.
if you. So you don't. I. You don't
I
want me
mean,
to play Andromeda.
if you want to play Andromeda, go for it.
I want to
Because
play
I
Andromeda. Yeah, yeah.
okay,
I want to
I
get the
thought
full
Andromeda
story.
was okay,
I just
so like it's worth playing. But the
I-
trilogy,
I just want to see what the hullabaloo is with Andromeda from my point of view. You know what I'm saying? I gotta figure it out, man. I mean, I have a PS3 out there, right?
hmm
So I guess in theory I could, but I just wish they would just remaster it or just put it on something. Like I want to play on PS4. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
yeah,
I'll figure
well,
it out. You know what? Let's have that be the winter break series. All right.
smart.
Winter break. I'll clear it all out. I'll get through all the fall stuff. Everything should be done. Perhaps Doom Eternal might be lingering, and I'll be graduating from college. We're gonna play Mass Effect then. All right.
Awesome.
We're gonna start December 2019. I'm not sure what day, but we'll start then.
Nice.
And we'll come back
Well.
2020 with a whole new Mass Effect podcast. There you go. Bow. Boom. Road to Mass Effect.
Well, there you have it. Where can the people find you?
Below, my lower third, at the KDS123, at THEKDIAZ123. Follow me on there. What did I tweet about? Well, I don't even know. Mario Maker. Catch me on the stream, twitch.tv/TKD123. I'll be streaming here and there. And you can follow me on Twitter to see when exactly I'm streaming. Or, of course, follow our Discord down below in the description, as well as our Twitter.
Very nice. Yeah, like Kevin said, check out the Discord conversation on there almost daily. You can follow me on Twitter at Chris N. Buckley. You can see very soon a new podcast starting on youtube.com/joyclicks.
I like that. I like the podcast you're starting. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
If you're a fan of a galaxy that might be a little farther away than most, stay tuned.
Indeed.
But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. I hope you guys like Batman as much as we do. So until next time.
Greatness awaits.
See ya.